Welcome in MLB Data Warehouse podcast, and we have something totally weird and new going on. We got the Muppets, those two old guys in the rafters in the Muppets. We got that going on. Tim and Doc are together, and he just smudged up their screen. So if you have the video, turn it on right now. You'll see what's going on there in Florida.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say I'll spit on it a little
made
bit.
it way worse.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I'm still in cold Indiana, but they're down there. Doc was down there for work, and Tim drove down. So we're doing a half live podcast. So how is it down there?
You got the beach right behind us. You see there's
Let me full screen
Fort
this.
Lauderdale Beach.
This podcast is sponsored by Vinny's.
Yeah, Vinny's. We're in Lauderdale by the sea. That's Fort Lauderdale Beach behind us.
Fort Lauderdale.
And just so everybody knows, Doc he is so unprepared. This guy is like not ready for the beach that he had to change in the middle of the parking lot.
I got nude. I got naked in front of an Asian couple.
The Florida.
Yeah, it's okay. I ran cover.
Yeah.
So
Good. Okay. So
of it being cold outside.
yes, and yeah, I mean, Doc's been in the north. You must be nice. It's hard not to be a little bit jealous. What kind of what's the beer? What's the drink?
So first of all, there's some lore behind this. Cheers. So he got an IPA, and he bought me one too, and then I spilled it everywhere.
all over his rental car.
All over my rental car. I was not driving, but I was just trying to get changed. It's all part of the same. See, it's all tying together. And I spilled all over the trunk. And so I got after insulting the beer, and Tim had bought me the beer, but I don't like IPAs. So anyway, long story short, I got Kona.
Hawaii.
Don't they do the snow cones? The ice?
Kona.
Nice, yeah.
Never had it.
That's
Really?
up here. Yeah. Stuff is garbage.
I got the beer version.
Oh, not here, man. Not here. Not in Florida. Here it's Modelo, Corona, or you go special, an IPA or whatever.
Okay. So who's taller? Tim?
Wait.
I got my my flip flops on
He's
now.
got flip flops now. Here, we'll do it. We'll do it live.
Yeah, let's see. Let's actually see these guys.
All right, ready? So there's Tim, and here's me. Oh yeah,
Crush. Okay.
freaking king, bro. Look
I
at that.
think I got an inch. I think I got 1 inch.
With my other shoes, he might have an inch. With my flip flops, he probably got.
Yeah. With the shoes on, I think I got an inch.
All right. So they're real people. They've met. Nobody's met me, so I might still not be a real person. But
Yeah,
at
you
least
might
know.
still be AI. You're the coder, so it's very
Yes.
possible that you're like a Claudette or something.
Right.
Claude Spawn.
Yeah.
But if things keep going how they're going, eventually we'll all meet together. But today it's Dynasty Outfield. We're going to do the same thing, keep draft cut. People are going to be staring at Tim and Doc. I mean, who does a podcast at a bar at 1:30 in the morning talking about baseball players? But I guess people probably won't even know what you're talking about. So it might sound really like cool and legit and professional, but really you're just day drinking talking about some outfielders. So I'm going to run the show. And the production, the sound quality, don't judge us on this. Tim didn't bring his microphone, like a real lazy. He could have brought the whole claw down and done it.
Dude, my microphone is drilled into my desk.
Okay.
I literally drilled it into my desk, so that thing is never moving.
Does it help if I enunciate like this?
No. Nope, that's worse.
Way worse?
Yeah, it makes it makes it sound like we're a special. Is this fantasy baseball for special ed?
Right. Well, I think that's what people think when they hear it anyway.
Everyone who's like into like 30-team leagues has to be on the spectrum anyway, so it kind of is special ed.
It always sucks that I wish they would have called it something other than fantasy. I always feel like people think I'm talking about like Dungeons and Dragons or something, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's cooler than that. It's
not
not that much cooler, but it's not that much cooler, but it's a little cooler. Let's go. Keep draft cut. We're talking about long-term, short-term, and just outfielders you don't like. So Tim and Doc are going to do it. I'm not weighing in. But for this, we've done this in the past. Tim's running it with Doc. You talk about one player or a couple players each tier here. One you want to just kind of keep for the long haul. You like them long-term. At least one you want to draft for this year, but you don't necessarily like long-term, so kind of a short-term guy. And then the least favorite of the group. In this case, we got 5. So Tim, keep 1, draft 2, cut 2, and we'll see if you guys agree or where you can fight about it.
All right. So in this tier here, obviously Corbin Carroll at the top just had that broken hamate. So that's going to affect his status for this full next year. Probably not until the second year. Like he'll probably be fine like this time next year. I doubt there's any power sapping because that's always the thing we hear with broken hamate is sapping of power, correct? So
True.
I would say that, like, man, Soto is just so good that he's still that guy you have to keep. Like, with what happened to Carroll, I maybe would have kept Carroll before, but I think that Soto is so good. I mean, if you're in a points, it's a no-brainer. But like, you're gonna keep Soto. And then I'm drafting Acuna, and I'm probably drafting J-Rod over James Wood, and then I'm gonna cut Wood and I'm gonna cut Carroll due to the injury, because I would have kept Carroll before the injury, but now you're gonna lose a whole year maybe of power from him. That kind of sucks. So we'll go keep Soto, draft Acuna, draft J-Rod, cut Carroll and Wood. What do you think, Doc?
Well, unfortunately, this is the worst outcome because I agree with everything he said, and I love disagreeing with everyone I ever meet. So, Wood's the odd one out here. He's just not on the same level, in my opinion. I think there's like great potential, but the risk is so much higher than everyone else. And I think that Julio Rodriguez gets this bad rap, but he always seems to finish strong enough to have overall good numbers by the end of it. So, I'm in the same boat. It's keep Soto, draft J-Rod and Acuna. I mean, again, I feel like Acuna may never be doing 40-70 or whatever again. But
right, that's the question.
He doesn't have to do that. He can just be 30-30, which he might do.
So he had the knee thing, right? Do we think that the steals are kind of like, is he more of a 20 steal guy now than a 40?
Well, if his ability's cut in half, he's still stealing 30 bases.
Yeah. He like really didn't run last year, but that makes sense. Kind of 1 year coming back from the knee thing. So I don't know. It is a question about how much that comes back, and he might end up being a second round guy from here on out. I don't know. That sounds kind of crazy, but also possible that
no way.
I mean, if he steals 15 bases this year, do you really take him in the first round next year? I'm not saying that's the most likely, but it could.
Well, he's been injured and missed full seasons and still gotten picked in the first round.
Well, yeah, and let's look at his ratios and his power, like what he was doing even in his first year back last year. Like he was actually doing really well. So even if he stole 0 bases, like he's still at worst like a Bryce Harper, Freddie Freeman type maybe in terms of like fantasy output. So add in any amount of stolen bases and you're looking sexy.
You gotta think he's an old 28.
Actually, no. Here's the big problem, and I'm serious about this. I think I heard that he was in Bad Bunny's Super Bowl video with Chaz Chisholm, and I immediately literally went to my trading block in the one league where I inherited Acuna, and I put him up. I want him gone, but you can't sell him properly right now because of what we're talking about. Realistically, he's probably going to be sick. He's probably going to be great, but yeah, that was cringe. So sell him in that way. Sell him only because he was in that Super Bowl performance.
That's a good point. But Juan Soto had that one birthday. He did that dancing video on his birthday. Remember that? That was pretty bad too.
I think he was there just for Jessica Alba, right? Can't blame that
Super Bowl thing.
Can't blame for that. If that's the reason, can't blame him for that.
Yeah, I'm just saying Soto is kind of on the same level of cringe as what you're talking about with Acuna there.
Yeah, apparently like everyone says he's like a mercenary, right? Like everyone who's ever on a team with him is like, this dude is just a straight up mercenary. He cares about Juan Soto and Juan Soto's stats more than the team winning. So
we don't care about it. That's good for fantasy.
Yeah, and apparently he has a contractual clause, if you didn't know this, John, where the team must sustain X amount of or X percentage of Latin players, or he can opt out of the contract.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, that's like I read it online, so it's got to be true, right?
That's true. Yeah.
If that's confirmed, must sell.
You guys have to be careful. You're in Florida, and we've gone pretty close to the line of anti-Latin America talk. So
hey! I run a business, and I'm the solo gringo, so I can say whatever I want.
All right. So that's clear. Too bad for James Wood there. He was put with some big names, but overall, everybody likes James Wood for the future. We talked about that in the last podcast. So let's do tier 2. It's Wyatt Langford, Fernando Tatis, Kyle Tucker, Aaron Judge. Let's do cuts first. Who do you get rid of here? Judge is the old guy, but I don't think that matters in this case. Who are we cutting?
Doc, you go first. You're alternating leadoff.
Oh, this is a tough one. And it's actually might sound crazy, but Wyatt Langford I'm going to keep. And because it almost feels like he's been disappointing with a 22-22 season. How old is he now? 24 years old. So maybe he did that when he was 23. I don't have my computer set up, so I can't verify these things. But he's a youngin, and theoretically, he's been improving year over year. If he can stay a little bit more healthy, I'm actually mostly concerned about his ability to stay on the field. If he can do that for longer, I mean, it's like somehow he feels boring all of a sudden, but he could be a 30-30 guy pretty easily. With better ratios, the metrics love him. So I like him as the keep. Tough to not keep Judge. Definitely drafting him. This is a guy you could go for 60 home runs at any given moment. That kind of power. It's like I was doing Dynasty Rankings recently, and I had Judge still high, surrounded by a bunch of guys who steal bases. He's the only guy not stealing bases basically, because he's just such a ridiculous combination of ratios and power. We got a garbage truck behind us.
That's your
so
take.
This is where it's tricky.
That's how you know we're not AI. If we were AI, it would be like a Ferrari behind us, not a garbage truck.
Tucker's. Ooh, that sounds good. Tucker, 29 years old. Tatis is what, 25, 26?
27, it says here.
Okay, he's older than I thought, but still in his prime. Everyone's in their prime here. Going with Tatis over Tucker. Tucker's in a fun lineup, but it's very close. Wouldn't fault anyone for going the other way with it.
Cutting Tucker, you said.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my guess. What about Tim? Any disagreements?
Oh, look what happens. You get us together, and it's all love, man. I'm right there with them. It's like
this is brutal.
Yeah, exactly. You get us together, it's just turns into a love fest. There's no disagreement. But obviously, this is my ranking, so it makes sense that I would have Langford as the keep at the top of this ranking, since he's at the top of the little thing on the thing you're watching right now on Xvision or YouTube, and then Tatis over Tucker for this year. Even though Tucker went Dodgers, and I love the counting stats that he's probably going to get, it's just he doesn't have the same potential as Tatis. Tatis can still be he can still go back to retroactive steroid Tatis. There's still that opportunity that we could get a 40-30 season from him. But I think Tucker is just a lock for 30-30s or 30-20s, and there's not going to be much more than that.
Yeah. I think you could make a case to cut Tatis just because of what you said. He hasn't been all that great, but the more steals probably, I don't know, more physical raw talent and 2 years younger. So makes some sense. I don't know. Does Judge's power, is he still a Nelson Cruz where he's still hitting 40 homers at 38, 39, or we're going to see a downturn?
That's Nelson Cruz.
I think that as long as he's healthy, he's going to be able to do it. The metric to watch for aging with Aaron Judge is going to be bat speed, because he's a physical. He's a specimen, right? He's a freaking war horse. That guy, his body is going to stay physically fit. What we want to watch for aging with him is if the bat speed can stay long enough. Once the bat speed becomes below average, that's when you're going to sell. Or maybe the year before, when it's average instead of above average, that's going to be your point where you're okay, it's not going to be just a 6'7" guy just hitting tanks all the time now. The bat speed is behind. That means he's going to start striking out way more than you want, and that's going to be the time to sell, I think.
All right, but we're lowest on Tucker of this. Let's go to tier 3. Riley Green, Roman Anthony, Jackson Chourio, Pete Crow Armstrong, Jackson Merrill. There's going to be some more. I mean, this one's not clear at all, so I imagine we get some disagreements here. The two super young guys, Anthony and Chourio, those guys have been young their whole careers, right? Weird way to say that, but for every level they've been at, they've been one of the youngest, and now they're both ready for, Chourio's been in the league 2 years already, which is amazing. This is his third year, but Anthony will get his first opening day MLB start here. So they have the age group. The old guy here is 25, Riley Green. So what do we think?
Yeah, kind of crazy. What is this one, John? Is it a keep 1, cut 2, draft 2?
It is, keep 2, draft 1, cut 2. So let's do the cuts. Who gets cut? I'm guessing it's Merrill and Roman Anthony. I don't know. I would guess you're going to say Green and Merrill.
No, since it's keep 2, I'm definitely cutting Merrill, and I'm going to cut PCA. I'm going to cut PCA, and I'm going to cut Merrill. And then I'm going to draft Riley Green because he's going to have the best season. And I'm going to keep Roman Anthony and Jackson Chourio because even though I think that Riley Green is going to have a better season. Chorio has the best upside out of all these guys. Jackson Chorio has the best chance of being a 30-30 guy out of all these guys. Now, Roman Anthony's never going to be a 30-30 guy, but could he be 35-10, 40-10 with a crazy OBP? Yeah. Hey, if you're trying to draft Roman Anthony right now, don't look at that fake picture of him with arms that are like triple mine right now, because that ain't real. So there's a lot of people saying he gained 15 pounds of muscle. They like blew him up to look like Arnold. Like, that's not a real picture. So don't draft based on that picture, please. But the dude does hit the ball really hard. We talked about it last pod, John, that he just needs to get the ball off the ground. That's what's going to make or break him. Can he get the ball off the ground, or is he going to be Jordan Walker 2.0? I mean, he's better than Jordan Walker, but are you going to be like a better Jordan Walker 2.0?
Held down by that.
Or can he actually lift it? So that's what I'm doing. What do you think, Doc?
This is horrible. We agree again. But yeah, so Merrill is interesting. So his pre-debut, I was saying all the things that came true last season. But the season before that, I was like eating crow, right? It's like, I guess he's doing like the better than I ever thought was imaginable. By the way, were the ages always on the screen like this? It just shows up in beer while I'm talking their ages. Like,
I think you need to drink more during the podcast so that you can
have more wisdom.
Yeah, exactly. It'll help you visualize better.
Yes. Okay. So Merrill is just like I said before his draft. He's better for BA only leagues and real life. Same with Peter Armstrong. Like this, my opinion would possibly shift if you're in an old school batting average only, no OBP, no OPS. That's rare for my leagues. I don't really play in batting average only for the most part. Because think about it this way: PCA, when he was playing like a possible MVP, he still had like a 301 OBP or something like ridiculous at his best, at his ridiculous overplaying, playing out of his shoes kind of level. Then obviously his floor is way worse. So yeah, those guys are my cuts.
Oh, check it out. Check it out. We got a military helicopter. Look at that. The Blackhawk. Look at that live Blackhawk.
There it is.
Blackhawk not down, thankfully.
Yeah, so Riley Green, so weird. Like his approach became way more reckless, but he got more power. That his stat line became sexier. So I don't know if that's necessarily something that where he meets in the middle, because maybe if he tries to get those ratios better, maybe he loses his power. Maybe the aggression is why it makes sense. He likes hitting bombs. So I'm not sure if he's going to go back to the old ways. Anthony and Chorio, Chorio again, he's the only one here again with that level of speed and power, but also isn't a complete bust in the ratios like a PCA could be for your OBP, OPS. And Roman Anthony, I agree. I think of like a Bryce Harper profile. It's tough I don't know if he's ever going to be a top 5 dynasty outfielder, just because he won't give you that elite stolen base, almost certainly. But really, really solid guy, reliable slugger. Could be hitting 300 one day.
For now, better in OBP. So that's good. Anything else to say about these 5? Guess not.
No, we got 100 guys, dude.
We're really trying to do that. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, we did it last time.
Well, we're opening it up here. We got 8 names here. Keep 2, draft 3, cut 3. It's Tyler Soderstrom, Dylan Beavers, Kyle Stowers, Jordan Alvarez, Max Clark, Jason Dominguez, Lawrence Butler, Byron Buxton. I think it's pretty clear. Well, I don't know. I guess not. I have initial reactions to this, but it's not about me. So who do we keep out of this group of 8?
2, 3, 3, Doc.
Oh, man, I totally wasn't paying attention, but I'll do it on the fly right now.
Max Clark.
Max Clark
big on him.
Being kept. Max Clark's my number 10. My number 10 overall dynasty outfielder. I found that out the other day. Not keeping – I'm cutting Buxton because I don't think he's going to stay healthy again. I think that it's fantastic if he does for baseball, but I just don't believe it. Butler is getting cut because he is not fast, actually. Look at his metrics. So if he loses that stolen base ability at any point in time, it's not that fun of a profile. So cut. Ooh, keeping Stowers for sure. So that's 2. It's tough.
Keeping Stowers for sure.
I'm looking at Soderstrom and Alvarez.
He's in Miami. He has to.
Oh, wow, yeah. So I actually think him and Soderstrom are really close, but I think Stowers has actually more power capabilities. The fact that he look at his walk rate. Without that walk rate, he's like, who knows? Maybe he's a Jake Berger-ish type of guy. But he has the walk rate. It's an amazing ability. It's keeping the whole profile together. So he could actually if you look last year, his XBA. This is off the top of the noggin. His XBA is 267, and his WOBA was like 365, something like that. So potentially exactly that. Sometimes I got photographic, and so basically that translates to the average might drop a bit from his 288, but his overall profile is basically the same. And he got hurt. If he didn't get hurt, there's 30 plus home runs that would have happened last year in a breakout. What happens if he keeps getting better, or just refines himself a little bit, or just keeps it going? So Kyle Stowers, real serious guy. And Max Clark again. I think Max Clark has a Trey Turner. Some people say Some people are saying that he could be a Corbin Carroll type, right, with a better handmade bone. So no offense, Corbin Carroll family, sorry. But that's just the beer talking. But yeah, Max Clark has that kind of upside, and he's on the verge of making it. You can't go full in on me now. Although I look so Florida right now. Jordan, in fact, go back to full. Jordan Alvarez, Soderstrom, and that's it, right? Oh no, it's Beavers or Dominguez. Ooh, that's where we're gonna differ, maybe. So Soderstrom, without going on too long, I think without Nick Kurtz last year, Nick Kurtz overshadowed a breakout season from Soderstrom. I think everyone thought off that he hit 10 home runs in the first week or two. I remember seeing things like, no, of course he's gonna hit 50 home runs. Of course he is. It's guaranteed. Yeah. And of course he did. He hit 25, but still amazing season in Friendly Park. And he's playing a great outfield, so he's gonna get playing time. Yeah, I think he was a Gold Glove contender by the end of the year after never playing it before. Anyway, Soderstrom's kept. Jordan Alvarez is a keeper if you can just be healthy. I don't think he can, but the upside is MVP, so you have to draft him. And that's where this is the interesting one: Dominguez or Beavers. I'll say Dominguez because if you look, and that's where I knew we were gonna differ on this.
Yeah.
So Dominguez didn't have a bad year. Yankees fans probably think he did. But he's still just 23 years old, just a kid, and held his own. And again, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think it was 257 average, 331 OBP. Tell me if these are true, by the way, because it sounds correct. It sounds so specific. But the power wasn't exactly there. I think he had 13 bombs, 21 stolen bags. But this is a profile where he's probably going to go 2020 pretty consistently throughout his career. So I think that's great. And Beavers, I don't know if he won't do that as well. He could do that as well, but I don't know, man. I just love the short porch. I think he's a Yankee. I think he's going to break out this year, and I think people are not appreciating what he's been doing for a kid.
Hey, Max Clark with a better Corbin Carroll with a better handmate is ideal. That's hilarious. That's Max Clark's new. I'm going to write that into my next ranking with a better handmate.
206 bone Corbin Carroll.
All right, so I love this. I love this because I don't know if the listeners have caught on yet, but John goes straight to the negative. John's always cuts first. John's like this. John's hood up, hood up.
The evil Colonel.
Cuts first. and then Doc is straight no, keepers first. I'm going straight positive. Yeah. And then I'm in the middle. I'm neutral. I'm let me pick over the draft first maybe, and then I'll figure out the other ones after. So you got me in the middle, and then you got John Clark.
I think you should just narrow it down for you. Get rid of the trash first, and then you have less to decipher through.
Yeah, I guess I get that, I suppose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be positive here since I'm with Doc. The positive aura coming off of him is you can't even imagine this aura, guys. So we're gonna go with keeping Max Clark. And then we're also going to keep, and this is going to shock people because they know how much I love Dylan Beavers. I'm going to keep Tyler Soderstrom because what he has done in the major leagues at age 24 is pretty insane. And it's just so under the radar because of Kurtz that nobody realizes how freaking good this guy really is. So I'm going to keep Clark and I'm going to keep Soderstrom. Draft-wise, I'm definitely drafting Kyle Stowers. Stowers might be as good as Doc said. He might be. So, in points leagues, he was, one of the best points leagues guys in all of baseball last year. It's crazy. Guy comes out of nowhere. But the thing is, he's already 28, right? So, it makes sense to draft him and not keep him due to the age. you want to draft your Don just because like there's always a chance. It's like Dumb and Dumber. There's always a chance he's gonna stay healthy, man.
Telling me there's a chance.
Yeah, you're telling me there's a chance he's gonna stay healthy. So I'm gonna draft Beavers. I'm gonna draft Stowers. I'm gonna draft Jordan. I'm cutting Jason Dominguez, Lawrence Butler, and Byron Buxton.
It seems pretty easy. You obviously cut Buxton. I think you obviously cut Butler. And Dominguez, we'll see. I mean, you're right. The age is crazy. 23 after we've been hearing about him for – even I knew who this guy was like 5 years ago. That's what the hype was like. So, yeah.
Power of Yankees media.
Yeah, seriously. Tier 5, we're getting another 8 bag here. Keep 2, draft 2, cut 4. It's Jack Caglione, Joe Adell, Michael Harris, Seiya Suzuki, Cody Bellinger, Jarren Duran, and then 2 guys we haven't seen yet, Walker Jensen and Carson Bench. So we're getting into the guys.
Carter Jensen and Walker Jenkins had a baby.
For you Excel people, Tim was editing the cell of Cody Bellinger's durability while when he took the screenshot. Or maybe that was me, actually. That might have been me. I don't know. But
I didn't take the screenshots. You did, bro. I just sent you the spreadsheet.
Well, you copied and pasted. Yeah, it probably was me. But there's a cursor alert in the durability. I don't think anybody.
Did you take a screenshot of my screenshot?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I had to adjust the column height. I
knew you were AI.
You had a Google
AI
sheet.
Would take a screenshot of the screenshot.
Had a Google sheet in a Word doc. So if the columns aren't right, then the words were wrapped and it wasn't looking good. So I cleaned it up for you. Since I'm somehow the aesthetic guy here, but keep 2 between this group. You guys are the prospect bros, and you're willing to keep dudes we haven't even seen in the majors yet. I'd be less inclined to that. Like Max Clark, I don't know. It could go old Jerickson Profar on it, right? Like these top prospects. No, okay.
Dude, Corbin Carroll with a better hamate. Didn't you hear? No.
Let's see.
Corbin Carroll's the number 1 guy. Is Corbin Carroll the better hamate? That makes Max Clark by the transitive property number 1.
What do we do here? Jenkins, Benj, you're thinking about them, or what's the?
I'm 100% keeping Walker Jenkins. Walker Jenkins. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think he's basically going to be Freddie Freeman in the outfield, which is pretty sexy as long as he stays healthy. So Walker Jenkins is 100% a keep. Now the next challenge is this. Do I go Jack Caglione or do I go Carson Bench? Bench is a bit safer because Cags had a very bad MLB debut, but we're going to tease this. Listen to the first base episodes. Jack's minor league stats were so much better than his major league stats. There's no way he's that bad. He had like a 180 BABIP or something in the majors. He's so much better than that. So I'm going to keep Jack. I'm going to go with that power. I think he's got 40 home run power in there. So I'm going to go Jack, and I'm going to go Jenkins for my keepers. Then for my draftees, who I'm going to draft here, because we just came off of our outfield draft episode, Jarren Duran, super underrated. Definitely drafting Duran. The dude is he's a 5-tool player. Like, maybe it's not toward like Alfonso Soriano or Acuna levels of 5-tool player, but he is a 5-tool player. It might be like 5-tool light is basically what he is. Like, you're going to get very, very good stats across the board, but you're not going to get elite stats. So Duran is a draft. And then the next draft here, this is where it gets a little tricky. It's like, okay, do you want to go Cody Bellinger and go back to Bellinger return to the Yankees? He loves it there. He's going to continue. Or if you are a complete buyer of the Cody Bellinger pothead theory, then you're not going to be on that. You're going to be like, this dude just got paid. He's going to turn into Chris Bryant 2.0. So do I want to go Cody Bellinger pothead or real Cody Bellinger like actually cares and like wants to be, be like a Yankees legend and his dad was a Yankee? I think I'm going to buy it. I think Cody Bellinger pothead is more of a myth than a reality. I think that's a conspiracy. So I'm going to go draft Bellinger, draft Duran, and then cut the rest of those fools.
Adell, Harris, Suzuki cut. That makes sense. What do you think, Doc? Keep 2, draft 2, cut 4 from this group.
Compelling argument on Cags. I do like Cags. But and I'll keep Jenkins for the reasons outlined. I think I'm keeping Cody Bellinger. I think I got to do it.
The oldest guy.
Yeah, I'm actually, it's so funny. Like, I'm getting to this point now. Like, I'm just doing a Prospects Live, what do you call it, league. Same time, I'm doing a DW league love that that DW, that we're doing, that we split up the prospects. It's so much better. They're not going to do that. And and here's the problem. Like I've come full circle. I actually, it's funny. So I did a dynasty mock with Scott White on CBS recently. Just flexing so hard right now. I was naming every outlet in the world. Yeah, I was actually hanging out with Google's CEO, and I don't even know what that means. But just hanging out. Silicon Valley. So we got a lot of dry humor on this show.
Sirhan.
Yeah, there we go. I was thinking, there's a joke in here. Do I want to go there? So, but no. But everyone was surprised. Like, why aren't you going prospects, Doc? It's because I've surrounded myself with such depth of prospects. It's like I know that they pop up. I know that they flop, right? So it's like I want the sure thing. I want the major leaguer. So I'm actually like in Dynasty. I want not the old major leaguer ideally, but someone in their prime, like a 30-year-old Cody Bellinger is probably going to be good for 4 or 5 years at least. I mean, you're lucky if you get beyond 35 typically, but still, it's 5 years is 5 years. It gives him plenty of time to find the next guy. So it was between him and Duran for me, as I love the power speed combo. I just don't know if Boston likes him the way they used to. I'm a little bit concerned about his role. So that's why I'm going with Bellinger. I just think that he's going to be steady, reliable, maybe never going to be as flashy as he once was. But if I'm going to go Jenkins on one side, which is complete risk and unknown of like what you get with a prospect, like balance that out with the sure thing. I like that logic. It sounds good to me. I like my own logic. And now I'm going to go to the other end so I can cut some guys. Cutting Adele. Cut Michael Harris, like the worst 2020 you can possibly get. You know, like the cheapest 2020. Just not a guy. He hasn't evolved the way people thought he might. Cutting Bench, because it doesn't make sense. It's funny. You have to keep him or you got to cut him. I don't think it's a draft situation. And then who am I between Kags and Suzuki? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and actually gamble again. I'm gonna cut Suzuki, but because if you look at the outfield ranks, there's a million Suzukis. You know, there's Kerry Carpenter, there's Andy Pages, as he likes to be called. There's a bunch of guys who will hit you like 25 home runs, no problem, with like a 250 average and like a 330 OBP. There's like a million of these guys. So he's not special. Whereas Jack Kaggs, I'm going to draft him on the hopes that he breaks out and he gives me something crazy, like 30 bombs and like. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's weird because in a keeper, if you draft a guy, you'd be able to keep him next year, right? So,
yeah,
I'm kind of operating with that, I guess, too. I think his upside is 40 home runs in his peak season.
Right. Yeah, you run into the problem where there's a 9-year age difference between Bellinger and Jenkins, but it's possible. I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute you so you can't even come back to me on this. Like, it's possible that Walker Jenkins, like in 3 years' time, you're like, remember that guy? And he never panned out. While Cody Bellinger is at 33, still having good seasons. So that's the game you play, though. I guess you got to balance it out. But these two really like Jenkins. They think he's one of the higher upside prospects. So let's go to tier 6. We're getting into some very large screenshots here. I'm doing my best. One more before the massacre, as we call it, but it's at least dozen names here. So we're going to cut 8 of these guys. This is big time. It's going to be hard for these guys down there with their afternoon IPAs to even keep track of this in their heads.
Do not put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Do not put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I accidentally threw my friggin' IPA all over my trunk. So if I get pulled over and the trunk, if they get any dead bodies in here, I'll be like, no, there's a lot of beer.
Just a bunch of alcohol. Don't worry.
You're gonna get a DUI because it smells like beer, and it won't even be the beer you actually drank, right?
His rental car also has an Illinois license plate, so it's running across state lines to Chicago. I've heard that one before.
Right. Oh. Yeah. All right, so I'll read it for the people listening. A bunch of names here. We're gonna cut 8, keep 2, draft 2. Andy Pages, Dalen Lyle, Cam Smith, Willie Abreu, Sedan Rafaela, O'Neill Cruz, Stephen Kwan, Randy Rosarina, Luis Robert Jr., Ryan Waldschmidt, Kerry Carpenter, and Helio Ramos. So plenty of veterans, plenty of young guys, but only one guy here we haven't seen in the majors yet, and that's Waldschmidt. So I guess you start with your keeps and drafts here and let all the rest go to waste. What do you think?
No, I'm gonna cut them. I'm gonna start murdering. The more the beers have come in, the more Satan has taken over. No, but we're gonna go and cut Quan because we're gonna assume it's not a points league, and also I don't draft Quanist.
Absolutely.
Cut Lyle. Cut Pajes because, like I said before, there's like a million Pajes. He's good, but cut Robert. He's not gonna stay healthy.
4.
It gets tricky here now. This is where it gets tricky. Cut O'Neal Cruz because screw him, man. This guy's an idiot. He could give you. He could go 30s. He could go 30-50 this year. Or like, he went like 20-40 last year with terrible ratios. Like, what happens if he tries? What happens if he likes baseball?
Can you change that though? Can a leopard change its spots?
That's a great question. We'll put him on hold for now. Let's see if I can get one of these other guys dealt with.
Yeah.
So I
think you were right. I think you were right to cut him.
I think I'll cut him. Yeah. So that's 5.
When's he a free agent? That's the big question.
Okay. Yeah, then he'll have a good season. Cut him.
Rafaela, you gotta get rid of Rafaela, right?
I think I have enough people killed so I can start thinking about who I want to keep here. I like Carpenter. I know I like Ramos. I know I like Waldschmidt. Is he enough to keep? And Rosarina, I don't like him that much, but I have to respect him. I'm keeping a Rosarina because he's like, I don't want to like him, but like the numbers speak for themselves.
You're going to draft him, right?
No, I'm going to keep him. How old is he?
At 31?
I don't care. 31's not old. Like,
I think it's crazy. No, crazy? Go ahead. It's your segment, bro.
You know what? Honestly, there's not a lot of like super high ceiling here. I don't know if Waldschmidt's high ceiling either. So this is he says he is. I'm not gonna be influenced. So a Rosarina keep. Waldschmidt keep because otherwise he's a cut because he's a kid. So that makes sense. So I'm only doing it because he's a kid and I want to see what happens here. But then I'm drafting Carpenter and I'm drafting Ramos. And I hate to cut Abreu. I think he's solid. Rafaela, I'm not sure what to think.
Did you mention Cam Smith? Did you say anything about Cam Smith?
I don't know. Obviously, I don't think much of him, right? It's like, I mean, in terms of like, I think nothing high or low about him. I'm like, maybe we'll see that hype kick back in, but I mean, obviously the F-scores don't love him, so they got my back.
Is that a whoops? Is that a Jeffrey Epstein whoops?
What do you mean? I don't get it. Yeah, I'm not plugged in.
Yeah, every time apparently he killed someone, he said whoops on an email.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, huh?
Yeah.
I thought he was all right, but it turns out he's a bad guy.
He killed people?
Yeah, no, I thought everyone loved Epstein. They're like, no, he didn't kill himself. He still lives on in our hearts. I thought that's what
that would be the contrarian take here. We could really go against the market by being pro Epstein, but I think that's probably too far.
He really, really, really loves children. Like,
really? Gosh. Well, now this is different.
It's kind of
gosh. Anyway, those are my takes. I stick with them. O'Neal Cruz. This is so close. I hate that he's so good at baseball without wanting to be good at baseball.
Yeah, it's like a football player that got forced to play baseball by mom and dad.
No, he's a guy. He killed someone. Did you know about that?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Do you know that O'Neal Cruz killed a guy?
Whoops.
Like, clear it up. We'll clear it up. Let's not besmirch the name. It was unintentional.
Well, I mean, that's what like the Dominican government that's
what Dante Stallworth said.
I don't know what kind of police like. I mean, if we're over here like questioning United States government, like police officers, do they have it really going on in the second and third world? Like, I don't know, right? Could be some corruption. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there and hold that against O'Neal Cruz, but he looks kind of like a guy who would kill someone. Like he looks mean. Like Ellie De La Cruz, I used to think that O'Neal would be better. I was rooting for him early on, but now the more I think about it, I see his actions, and I'm like, Ellie looks like a nice guy, kind of trying his best.
He's always smiling, dude.
O'Neal Cruz looks mean. So now we know I'm not just being racist saying that he looks like he needs to
kill
people. Yeah. So now we've established that I think that Ellie De La Cruz is a happy guy who doesn't kill people, but O'Neal Cruz may have murdered people.
Yeah, way to balance that out. Nice job.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
we get a beer. Do you want a beer?
I'm good. I have to drive, dude. I have to drive an hour. Yeah, you're gonna hang out on the water. I'm gonna keep Ryan Waldschmidt. Because I think Ryan Waldschmidt, hence the name Goldschmidt, could be one of the more underrated prospects in baseball. I've got him as a top 31 something prospect. I can't look because I'm on a crappy laptop right now. So I think that Waldschmidt could be like a 25-20 guy. So maybe he has like a 240, 250 batting average, but I think he posts like a really good OBP. So he could be like 240, 250 with like a 370 OBP because the dude walks and he doesn't strike out too much for a power hitter. I mean, he can hit 25 to 30 bombs and steal 20 bags. That's hard to find. Those guys don't grow on trees. So
31. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. 31. That was pretty close. So Waldschmidt's a keep for me. I know, like, you non-prospect guys, you're crazy. But I think Waldschmidt could be up halfway through the year, if not sooner. They traded Blaze Alexander because they have too many of these guys. If Jordan Lawler fails, who's the next guy up, John? Ryan Waldschmidt, right? Yeah. They said they're going to try Lawler in the outfield. What if he sucks in the outfield? Who's going to be up? Ryan Waldschmidt, who can play center field. He's athletic. He can play center field, man. So StatCast darling, too, by the way. So Waldschmidt is a keep for me. And last podcast, I was gushing about Dalen Lyle. So right now, on my second keep, I'm between Dalen Lyle and Ceddanne Rafaela.
Really?
Are the two guys I'm between.
Rafaela. I hate Rafaela.
Look, Rafaela, you have to remember, he's multi-position eligible. So if you're playing in a 10 or 12-team league, maybe that doesn't really matter so much. But if you're in a 15, 20, 30-team league, you know how much value there is? John, you're going to see, John, in the MLB Data Warehouse League this year. How much value is there in a guy who plays 4 different positions or whatever? That's pretty insane. Like, someone gets hurt, oh, now I don't have to get some piece of crap off the waiver wire. I just plug in said Rafaela. Boom. Like, there's a lot of value in that, which is why Brendan Donovan had way more real-life value in a trade than he would have in, like, some 12-team fantasy baseball league. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to go Lyle, though, because the hit tool is so good. I think he could be, like, a very good, like, 280, 290-plus hitter that goes, like, 18, 16 or something like that. Like, really good under-the-radar player for a long time. He might actually be your next Brian Reynolds, John. Like, he could be the next Brian Reynolds with a few more steals in there, which is really good. Like, Brian Reynolds has been a very, very good fantasy player for a long time. Like, imagine 10 years ago, if you could have picked Brian Reynolds and just banked all those counting stats, knowing he's not going to get hurt for 10 years and be like 270, 2010 with 80 every year for 10 years, like that's pretty great. So
I think he debuted in 2021 there.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. Eight years. I don't know. COVID, whatever. I don't know what it is anymore. You know, I stopped counting. My anniversary was the other day. I didn't even remember what year it was. So, you know.
It just makes you a bad husband. That's nothing to do with fantasy baseball.
It's my son's birthday today, too. What? And I drove down here for Doc. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. I feel like I look like I could be your son right now. I'm looking like I told you my daddy. That's not good. That old.
Well, look, check this out. We have the same eye color.
Our hair color is very close to the same.
Is it?
I feel like. Look,
I'll take my hair. My hair, even though it's shorter, it's not as long.
Yeah,
it's pretty close to the same.
I'll be dunking in that salt water, and it's gonna blonde up. I'll see y'all on the next podcast with nice blonde washed hair.
Yeah, maybe we're Epstein genetical lab babies. Who knows?
Yo, this is a pro Epstein podcast.
Button it up.
I got a new beer. Where the heck is beer come from?
Yeah, it just appeared out of nowhere. So we got those are my two keeps. My two drafts are going to be
Lyle.
Yeah, I kept Lyle and Waldschmidt.
Crazy.
I'm going to draft Rafaela for the position eligibility. And even though Doc says there's a million Pajes, Pajes is the top of the a million Pajeses. So I'm going to go draft Pajes and then cut the rest.
No mention of Wilyer Abreu. This kid, he doesn't really play against lefties, but he might this year. I mean, what was the prospect hype on him? Was he ever kind of a big name or not so much?
What was the prospect hype on Abreu? It was muted.
Yeah, it was 80 grade fielder with okay hit tool, and he's been way better than that. But the problem that you have to worry about is. Yeah, exactly. He's always been a platoon guy, and they're saying they're not going to platoon him this year, but I'm pretty sure that they paid Christian Campbell a decent amount of coin, and then they just brought in another guy, so it's like I think they're going to want to try to get Campbell in there somehow, so I doubt he gets to like 600 plate appearances, maybe 500, but I doubt he gets this, maybe 550, maybe even like 520, but he's not going to be a 162 guy. Like, he's going to be a 145 guy.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm not sure if we answered the question there, but we're going to go to tier 7. I mean, I don't know if you all got your guys in, but we're going to the massacre here.
It's your turn.
There's two massacres. We got
There-
to
I-
go.
yeah,
how
the-
does this work?
1-1-1.
You're
Just
gonna keep one, draft one, and then cut everybody else.
I'll make it bigger for you.
It's a bunch of dudes. Why don't you name the guys, John, and then I'll go ahead.
Yeah, it's a massive list. Joshua Baez, Jay Stellato, Noelvi Marte, Alec Burleson, Evan Carter, Dylan Cruz, Jacob Marcy, Colton Cowser, Spencer Jones, Braden Montgomery, Hector Rodriguez, George Springer, Chandler Simpson, Justin Crawford, Dalton Varsho, Addison Barger, Sal Frelick, Brian Reynolds, Teoscar Hernandez, Taylor Ward, Ian Happ, Jordan Beck. We're just talking about 3 names here that we want to pick out. One for long term, one for short term.
2 names.
What?
Yeah,
2 names.
Keep one, draft one, and gun down the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Of course. So
I
keep
got my
one,
guy.
draft
You got
one.
your guys?
Yeah. All right.
What we got?
So, I think that I'm gonna have Chandler Simpson dig the grave for everybody else because he's so fast, right? So he's gonna be the grave digger, and then
I doubt he's very good at shoveling. He doesn't hit home runs.
but he's really, really, really fast. No, he's gonna get it done fast, and he's like, I'll be like, maybe I'll save, maybe, just keep digging. Right.
Who are you thinking? Who's in the conversation for you to keep? Let's name a few
I'm
to narrow.
Joshua Baez, 100%. Joshua Baez could be like a 30-50 guy. Like this could be the next Ronald Acuna Jr. Like there's a lot of risk in that because he's only done it for really. I mean, he was really good when he first debuted in 2022, but 23 and 24 were utter crap for him. 25 is phenomenal, So I think Baez potential could be 30-50. This is a guy who could be in the tier 1 that we just talked about someday. So I have to keep him. Like, there's no way I could not keep him. Now drafting.
You're gonna draft George Springer.
Now drafting. I'm looking at old man George Springer, who you were pooping all over last podcast.
Yeah.
Or I'm looking at maybe Jacob Marcy if I really buy what he was doing last year in the steals.
Taylor
And then
Ward
maybe
in that
Dylan Cruz
conversation.
if I think he's going to rebound some. Noelvi Marte, no way. Or Chase DeLauder. If Chase DeLauder could stay healthy for 162 games, that might actually be the guy. But if Chase DeLauder is healthy for 162 games, who could he be? George Springer. So I'm going to draft George Springer. I'm going to keep.
Let's say if Chase DeLauder plays 162 games, I will delete MLBDataWarehouse.com. You can put it on the board. We'll just get rid of it. We'll be done.
That's gonna be hilarious if he's like if Chase DeLauder is healthy for like 161. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, John, you gotta he's gotta sit. You gotta make him sit. Can't be Cal Ripken this year."
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No. How about this? This is even better than deleting DW. If Chase DeLauder reaches 161, you have to legally change your name to Jeffrey Epstein.
Can I spell with a G? Can I go like Jeff Jenkins?
Yeah.
That's crazy because there's at least like 5 guys in America right now with that name, and they're like, "I'm changing it. I'm changing it."
Yeah, I want to change it to
I'm Johnny. Johnny.
Buy low.
You can't
buy
even
low on the name.
Having the last name right now is tough. There's no way that's easy.
Josh Baez, Doc, would you keep him or is it too much risk?
Man, Joshua Baez.
It was Jeffrey Baez.
Joshua Baez is like the anti-Jeffrey Epstein to me. He's someone who I love and don't hate, because I'm anti-Epstein, unlike some people on this podcast. But Joshua Baez has, he just gave us an insane season in the minor league baseball. And here's the deal, right? So the only reason he's not, I'm seeing him there's a value opportunity here because people are basically saying the only reason he's not a top 10 prospect is because we don't know if this is for real or not. We don't know if he really made the changes or not. But it doesn't sound like he was trying to do things the exact same way and accidentally got better. He made mechanical changes in his approach. So, as long as he's in the same system, he's not traded to a new team. As long as he's keeping that approach, why shouldn't it continue? So, yeah, he's my keeper as well. Different draftee, though. I am going to go with Alec Burleson, who I think is the most underrated outfielder soon to be first baseman.
He can dig too. He's a big boy, so he's allowed to dig, but he's not going to make it.
What? Oh yeah. I remember the digging conversation. No, he's just like he's like one of the best pure hitters in all of baseball. And I don't think people really appreciate Alec Burleson as such. He's going from an underrated outfielder, and he'll continue to be an underrated first baseman probably. I mean, if this guy played in Sacramento, he'd be probably launching 30 bombs, right? He's just so good at making contact. And he's a big boy. I think even in St. Louis, though, he's still going to go 18 to 23, that kind of range of home runs. It's not sexy, but there's literally his peak season could be 300 average. He's still 27. He's younger than Kyle Stowers. And that kind of, rev up for that. That was good timing. And so, it's like, he's not going to give you any speed, but this is a guy who his big concern before was he wasn't taking any walks. All he was doing was hitting, but he was a late bloomer, so this is a 280 plus average, 330, 340 plus OBP now, 20 plus home runs probably for the next few years. Again, here's the thing no one's really considering. What if the Cardinals start putting people on base in front of him? Because he's their best hitter. What if Weatherholt gets on base? Mm-hmm. What if Baez gets on base?
Newbar's healthy.
Let's just say a couple crazy things. What happens if Mason Wynn, Victor Scott, Jordan Walker, let's just say one of them becomes reliably good. Or Nolan Gorman. Let's not get crazy. But, one of these guys actually can become somewhat reliable. It's low standard here. But it's just more – and then Ivan Herrera, right? He's a burgeoning star, too. So there's some low-key upside with the St. Louis Cardinals. And it's exciting. And I'm interested to see if Burleson's numbers – people can say fantasy guys, dynasty metrics guys, stat heads love to discount RBIs. But, of course, if Burleson had posted a 90 or 100 RBI season last year, his value would be higher. It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
And Evan Carter, shout out. Evan Carter, please stay healthy, and Evan Carter is the keeper.
Well, one guy, quick takes. I haven't heard anybody talk about Jordan Beck. What should we think about him?
Oh, yeah. I like him.
Jordan Beck, 18 homers, 9 steals, 245 batting average.
Yes.
Colorado is going to help him. He was hurt last year. He had a really weird season. He was really good in the minors before he got promoted. So I think Jordan Beck is definitely – because he's free, right?
16 bombs, 19 steals last year. He was a 15-20 guy last year. So.
Yeah, why would he go down to 9 stolen bases? No, 18.
Oh, I don't think that much. But
he got caught 8 times.
You've seen him, right? He's like a Josh Naylor. He's a country boy.
No, Naylor's not a country boy. He's from Toronto.
He's big, bro.
Yeah, he's big, but Beck's actually from Alabama. He's kind of like he's got a bit of like a Gunnar Henderson, very light. So nowhere near as good, but he's kind of got that grit. He's 18, 245. I think is a good call. But maybe 320 OBP. It's nothing super sexy. It's not their favorite, but I love the value because he's going for nothing. Look at that flex there. He's kind of an athlete.
Yeah, he's looks like he's from Tennessee.
He's from Alabama.
Alabama, yeah, there we go. Same thing, right?
All right,
SEC man.
I have so many names in here. We might have to just leave this to the. Let's get rid of this.
Well, Massacre 2.
We might have to leave this to the viewers. There's 30 names here. I couldn't even fit them all on one screen.
Double Massacre. Get it on that. Quintero, Mullins, Moniak, Schneider.
We can do this, but we don't have to go through them all.
Colby Thomas, Joseph Sullivan. That's a Doc guy. Nimmo, Kemp Alderman. What are you going to do? You can only keep one Doc. We got Josh Lau, Owen Casey, Jacob Melton, Anthony Santander, dead. He's already dead. Edward Florentino. Brenton Doyle, Victor Scott, Kafis, Profar, Altuve, Grisham, Hayes, Baldwin, Marsh, Adolis, Jung-Hoo Lee, Victor Robles, Loris Gurriel Jr., Wenciel Perez, Friedel, Loperfido, Newbar, Canzone, DeZenzo. We got a couple of Italians in a row here.
Why are we zooming in? Zoom out of here.
Montes, Bo Davidson, Emmanuel Rodriguez. All right, keep one, draft one.
Oh, it's an extra page.
Yeah, keep one.
I go first?
You're first, Doc.
Yeah, I'm going first. Well, keeping is not easy. I have to go with Florentino just based on his value. I love Joseph Sullivan, wish I could keep him, but it's not doable here. I'll keep Florentino, then probably deal him. I'm trying to do that in several leagues just because I don't know how.
Yeah, I think we're crazy high on, and he's played like a year. I mean, the stuff
But
he did
he's
was
the
ridiculous.
number one minor league
Right.
fScores. Number
In
one.
like 400 plate appearances or something. Now it might just crash. I don't know. It'll be interesting to
You're
see.
you're just afraid because you're a Pirates fan.
I am
You're just
afraid. Yeah.
fearful. Love, not fear, John. Come on.
Yeah. So
Draft,
Florentino, I don't know what other guys even like do you consider? I mean, we got Sullivan, we got
consider
Alderman.
Sully. I consider Montez, Lazaro Montez. And Alderman, I definitely consider. Alderman's almost a draft. I'm trying to think about it. So Quintero, people love Quintero. So some people would probably consider keeping him.
If you draft Altuve just for one more year.
No, I'm good. I think if Casey's here too, yeah. It's funny. So drafting, if I'm literally just thinking about this year, it's funny because VS2 is tempting. Like he could still put it together. Get me off.
He had 30 steals last year. So.
You got 30. You got 30 steals when he was bad at hitting. He was good at hitting for 2 months, and everyone's like, "Nah, he was always bad." Like we'll see. I think Adolis Garcia is going to be a great fit in Philly, but he's risky. And Brandon Marsh is the opposite. He's like a metrics darling, but can't put it together. Nemo's underrated. I have to draft Nemo. You have to draft Nemo here. You have to. I don't know why he's even in this tier. This is a bad. He's better than this, especially with
that's right. What the hell, Tim? Why is Nemo with these guys?
At 33, okay.
And he's older and he's white, man. How's that gonna?
That's the worst part.
We age. Do we age worse?
Have you seen me? I just turned 35, bro. And I just got adopted by Tim.
Yeah. All right. So you gotta keep Florentino. That fScore darling, man. Like he could be a superstar. He could be tier 1, just like we talked about with Baez. So like none of these other guys can be that good, except for maybe Quintero. But even though Quintero was in high A and Florentino was an A ball, the Dodgers have like 1 million people blocking him. So like the only way Quintero's actually going to play when he's ready is if he gets traded. Otherwise he's going to not play till he's 26 or whatever, because that's what the Dodgers do. So Florentino will debut when he's like 21 because the Pirates don't have anyone blocking him. The Pirates right now are like, Florentino, please be so good at spring that we have to promote you because we have nobody else. Like Andrew McCutchen is blocking Edward Florentino. Andrew McCutchen's like not even signed yet, and he's the only guy blocking Edward Florentino right now. So
I think he's not coming back. He seems mad.
Florentino has never played above A ball. We're not even at high A.
That's how good Florentino is. So I'm gonna keep Florentino. That's how good he is, man. He's just a stud. So draft wise,
whoa, Paul Sewald just got signed by the D-backs. Is he
closer?
Is he automatically their closer?
Yeah, he's their closer, probably.
Dude, I just picked him up in a league for free.
Yeah,
30 team.
Wow.
Oh, he's our league. Is it? I think I got him in our league.
You just picked him on our league?
I think I drafted him. I'm gonna take a look. I'll get back to you.
Exciting news.
Yo, that's such a throwback.
All right, draft-wise. Interesting names. We got Lars Nootbaar. Bounce back season. Will he stay healthy? I liked Lars for a long time. Very possible. Jose Altuve on this list.
No, Sewald's a free agent. We have to wait for waivers now.
No, you gotta wait. No, you just
he's
blew
gonna
it,
go.
dude. You should have kept it a secret.
Everyone's gonna know.
Yeah, everyone in that league listens to this podcast. You're toast now. So next on this list, we got maybe Trent Grisham, maybe Jose Altuve. Is Altuve done? 36 years old. Grisham, one magical season, gonna repeat. Brent Doyle, really good second half. Is it real? I don't know. Brandon Nimmo, like Doc said, like probably the best player on this list. Cedric Mullins is really good sometimes, kind of iffy. He's now in the Rays. They're going to platoon him. So I think I'm with Doc. I'm probably going to have to draft Nimmo. So Doc and I are in agreement on this tier. It's the vibes. It's the vibes.
Long-term Florentino, short-term Nimmo, and that's the end of the list, right? That's I don't even have a count.
Massacre, baby.
There's a whole bunch. Any so
look, we both have orange things.
and there's that guy. There's that guy looking at the camera. Hello.
With this shirt at all.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, just imagine he changed in the parking lot into that.
Yeah, I got naked. I whipped everything out, including my butt.
All right. What's next, Tim? You got another.
All right.
We got. Hold on. We got Cam Schlittler has back inflammation, and we got Nick Castellanos was released. So.
Oh, he's released. I thought they were just like, don't show up. I thought they're gonna make him quit. Like
they couldn't trade him. I guess
we're not gonna fire you because there's like other things involved in that. We're just gonna like make you quit.
Yeah.
So now he's rogue trade. Listen to this rogue trade. I did this on January 24th. I traded. Got feature.
Rotate around.
The arc shot. I trade a 7th rounder, another 7th rounder. How do I have 2? It doesn't make any sense. I got 2 7th rounders. It's an FYPD 7th rounders, and then a 10th rounder for Paul Sewald, a 5th rounder, and a 5th rounder. How does that make any sense? Seems like I'm going to win that trade. It seems like I'm really going to win that trade.
I don't understand why anyone would even. Why would that even happen? What?
Because before Sewald signed, all you can see is NA. It looks bad. Just like Miles. Oh, we haven't talked about Miles Michaelis. Miles Michaelis is now one for the.
We're gonna save it. We'll save it for the news podcast. Tim's got. We got more outfield talk. Or are we done with this? Do you have another?
I never got so much traction on Miles Michaelis tweets, but it was prescient. The night before, I was like, "Hey, just so you," I was like unsettling news. I'm like, "Hey, everyone, just remember, just before you go to sleep, think about it this way: you're 1 or 2 sore arms away from Miles Michaelis joining your rotation." Anyway, have a good one. Next morning, Washington Nats fans wake up and Miles Michaelis is now your A's.
The next Patrick Corbin, basically. He's going to pitch until his arm falls off.
That's a 30-team gem. I got him in a points league.
Yeah, 200 innings, bank it. 200 innings, 5 ERA, and 140 WHIP. Bank
you thought
it.
He was going to Japan. Not yet. That's next year.
All right.
Next year after the 6 ERA season.
All right.
Let's close it out. Outfield. That's it.
There we go.
That's the end. Outfield prospects. We've done redraft. We've done prospects.
Post that graphic on X. I will.
You have to post that as the cover of the podcast. So
we'll see.
Prospect Warehouse podcast. Make sure you subscribe to MLB Data Warehouse, the most anti-Jeffrey Epstein podcast and website on the market. We're going to find some files and we're going to release some unredacted files if John can do it. John's AI. He can figure it out. Right. So
wrap it up, Tim. Let's finish this.
Jeffrey Epstein hates Miles Michaelis. That was in the files.
Oh, that's terrible. Hopefully he didn't use any sulfuric acid on him. So anyway, make sure you subscribe and then buy the prospect package, and make sure that when you subscribe, say you're subscribing because of these 2 non-AI goofballs in Florida. Say I am anti-AI when you subscribe, and then Doc and I will get the credit. So do that. John, you got anything?
We'll talk to you next time. Thanks for listening. We'll be back soon. Peace.